Joe Vitt returns to coach the New Orleans Saints on Sunday, and the Saints are surging, I think we can say, sort of. They've won 2 in a row. They certainly feel better about themselves. They're now 2-4. They go to Denver next week, another tough game. They got a really tough schedule.
It's a Sunday night game, isn't it?
It's a Sunday night game next week, but Vitt will be back. I don't know whether it makes any difference that the non-coach is now back to coach. But nonetheless, the Saints feel like some semblance of order is returning. They won a game yesterday. They beat the Buccaneers 35-28 on what can only be described as an enormously flawed rule. At the end of the game, Josh Freeman, whose team had a big lead, lost that big lead when Drew Brees threw for 4 touchdown passes and over 300 yards first half.
But Freeman threw for 420, man.
Yeah, so Freeman throws for over 400. And the Saints go up 35-21. The Bucs come down. They cut it 35-28. And then they're driving downfield to tie the game, maybe 35-35. Late in the game, less than 10 seconds to play, touchdown to Mike Williams in the back of the end zone. Game's going to be tied 35-35. But Mike Williams had stepped out of the end zone, been the first player to touch the ball. Obviously, it can't happen. That's it. That's a penalty. Game's over, 35-28. Saints win. Except he didn't just run out of the end zone.
Yeah. Yeah. He was shoved out of the end zone. And I mean, we were talking about this. The rule is if you're shoved out of the sides, then you're allowed to reestablish yourself. But if you're shoved out of the back end, you can't reestablish yourself.
And if you're shoved out of the end zone, the back of the end zone's 10 yards. If you're shoved out of the back of the end zone, then by the very nature of the illegal contact rule, it's more than 5 yards downfield. If the ball were at the inch line, that would still be 9 yards, 10 yards, and the ball wasn't at the inch line. So that has to be illegal contact. So if you see a player shoved out of the back of the end zone and you're going to go ahead and call that he can't be the guy back in, you got to call illegal contact on the defender, which would have been a 5-yard penalty, obviously automatic first down, which wasn't needed here, but it would have been a penalty, and they would have been able to run one other play.
I was bracing myself for another awesome overtime game on Sunday, and then that happened, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, how is that not a penalty?
Yeah, it's got to be a penalty.
Well, now they'll change it, obviously. I mean, like, it seems too stupid to not change.
Yeah, I mean, if he shoves him out of the back of the end zone, by its very nature, now, if they just run into each other, or if he runs around to avoid it, or if it's incidental contact, I got it. But he got...
This was a shove, though. This was like a 2-hand shove.
Pushed out of the end zone. They should have been given another play. I understand not calling it a touchdown. I got it. Because you're allowed to push him out of the end zone. That's one of the results of the thing. But you can't. But there is a flaw to some extent that has you thinking that, well, you can always push a guy out of the end zone, and then the worst thing that happens is they call a penalty on him. Of course, if they do that, if you push him out of the end zone and the ball's in the air, then you get a pass interference. The ball's going to be at the 1, and you don't want that. Obviously.
So, okay, Commissioner Mankiewicz. Let me ask you a question. If you are given this outcome, do you change the rule to, and we were talking about this earlier, do you give Tampa Bay the ball on like the half-yard line, the 1-yard line, or do you call it a touchdown?
Well, I don't know, where were they? I heard it I was listening on the radio.
I think they were on like they were inside the 15.
Yeah. No, you give them the 5-yard penalty. It's not pass interference. It's a 5-yard illegal contact penalty. You move it up 5 yards, you give them another play.